Hey guys, what's up everyone? How are you people doing? Welcome to today's session. This is a special episode where we'll be talking about your marks distribution for your CBSE 10th grade, and my name is Anup and this here is...
Also there. Hi everyone, what's up? This is Abhishek, Master Teacher of Physics at Vedantu. कैसी चल रही है बच्चों? You always ready for today's session? आज हमारे अनूप सर काफी मस्त लग रहे हैं ना?
Yeah, exactly. Nervous, sweating from everywhere. Welcome people, welcome to today's session. I hope you guys are
Anup sir, let's compare the photos.
This is me in 2018 I believe, and this is me now in 2021.
Exactly. You saw that in our close-up also, right? The difference in my photo of 2018 and 2020. देखा आपने ना? मतलब कितना difference था. So I think, but this photo matches me. What do you think?
Not. You should have seen Abhishek sir in 2014-13. You would have not recognized him at all. It was like, he was like, you could literally place him in a biology lab in the corner. That skeleton that you see, he was like, and look at him now.
I know, right? I know, full muscles only, full muscles.
Muscles. Alright. Anyways, with that lame joke and with that lie of a century. Alright. Anyways,
there is scientific fact saying everything which jiggles is not muscle.
Oh,
it's fact. There's nothing jiggling here. There's nothing jiggling here.
Look close. You can see everything jiggling over there. Look at that.
Only skin.
Anyways.
Okay.
So,
great. Thank you so much, people, for doing this session. So there was a lot of requests coming in from from both the 9th English channel and the 9th Hindi channel students कि हमें करना ऐसा session sir जहाँ पे we understand what is the marks per chapter, and that's very important because sample paper में जो marks आते हैं chapter wise, that hardly changes when it comes down
exactly.
to the major paper. The questions might vary, but the marks coming from each chapter remains almost the same, and which we have seen from different years of paper analysis and everything. So it's very critical to take that knowledge from the sample paper, and that's what we're here for. So Anup sir will share his very crucial and important tips to pass 10th grade with the help of sample paper. That's what he did, and I'll also share. I'll also share the facts, and that's what I also did. So I'll let you guys know right now. Starting. Take it. So everyone ready? So if everyone is ready, give it to balle people on the chat right away. What do you say?
Obviously, balle. No, this time make it 4 times the balle. Why make it 2? 4 times the balle in the chat box, people. So anyways, yes, as Abhishek sir rightly mentioned, your understanding the sample paper is very important because that will give you a blueprint of what you can expect in your final exams. So without any further delay,
let's move forward. Thank you so much, people. So I think Anup sir will take over this particular part of the 1 mark question, then I'll pitch in for the 2 and 3.
Yes, people. So let's get into it. So here's the thing, guys. Your question paper is basically divided into 4 different sections: A, B, C, and D, as you can see over here. So A section would carry the 1 mark question. So let me just move over to this side. And the B section would carry the 2 mark questions. C would carry the 3 mark question, and D would carry the 5 mark question. Now to talk about what is the mark distribution per se. In the sense, you'll have 6 questions of 1 mark. From, again, I'm talking about physics alone. I'm not talking about biology and chemistry. You know that your science contains all the 3 subjects, but I'm just talking about physics over here. You'll have 6 questions of 1 mark. VSA stands for the very short answer question marks, and you'll have 6 questions each carrying 1 mark. Talking about the MCQs, again, 1 mark questions. You'll have 8 such questions, and again, 8 marks. If you talk about the assertion and reasoning questions, you'll have nil, so you don't have to worry about that at all. And the short answer type, you have 2 questions. Again, each of them carries 2 marks, so you'll have a total of 4 marks. Talking about the long answers, you have 1 mark, which carries 5 marks, I believe. That would be, you'll have about 3 such questions. And then finally, the very long answers, again, 1 mark, 1 question of 5 mark each. 5 mark, which will be divided into 5 different sections. So total of 5 marks, as simple as that.
Right. So something very interesting to notice is that the 1 mark category in this particular region. So I have the mic. Thank you so much. So the 1 mark category in this particular region is very vague as such. अगर आप देख पा रहे हो ना, very short answer से आप देख सकते हैं 6 questions आ रहे हैं, but necessary नहीं है कि भाई यही order है. यानी कि if you notice something very carefully, very short answer is 6 questions and MCQ is 8 and assertion reasoning is nil. Now that not necessarily happen, but the number of questions are going to remain the same. For example, 8 plus 6, the number of questions is 14. So 14 questions can come from 1 mark, answers, but not necessarily only from these particular category. So what majorly we have to focus here is कि from the 1 mark question type, 14 marks from physics is coming in. Only from 1 mark. So that gives us a very clear understanding कि you have to read the NCERT very clearly. अगर आप चैप्टर को लाइन बाय लाइन रीड करोगे तो आपके ये 1 मार्क्स कोई नहीं छीन सकता है, क्योंकि अगर आपने सैम्पल पेपर देखा है तो लाइन बाय लाइन रीड करने से आपको कहीं और चीज पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. 14 मार्क्स कमिंग फ्रॉम 1 mark question. Do you realize that? Then comes down to 2 marks question. 2 marks question, whatever we noticed, were super easy. And you just got somewhere about, 2 questions coming in from physics. And were super duper easy questions. We already solved this sample, but you should check it out. It's on our channel. और 3 marks का एक ही सवाल था, बहुत ही easy तरीके से, मेरे ख्याल से न्यूमेरिकल तक हुई. And 5 marks का तो भाई बहुत ही बेहतरीन सवाल था. I love the 5 marks question, especially coming from the physics. It was from electricity as well as from magnetic effect. Super easy questions and everything from NCERT, nothing apart from outside from that. And that's a good thing. What do you think? Because only for COVID-19 scenario, I think it's a very good thing here, right?
Definitely, because you guys already know that you're not allowed to go outside and meet your friends. So getting knowledge outside NCERT is going to be a big challenge. So this is definitely a good step.
Good.
And yes, people, as Abhishek sir, I don't think there's anything that I can add on to his years of experience. So I'll just say this: that read your textbook as much as you can.
Right.
Be thorough with your textbook. You should know every look and corner. You should know what that blue box or that yellow box says.
Absolutely.
That is what is going to fetch you that 1 mark, 2 mark questions. All right.
Right.
Anyways.
And also in-text questions, also an NCERT exercise question, which we're already doing in our channel. So definitely check all those sections out. ताकि आपके जो 1 marks category जो 14 marks आ रहे हैं ना वो जाए ना physics से. It's easy and it's super important to get 1 mark questions because 1 mark usually you see MCQs. There is no right and wrong. There is only right. You cannot just build a story around it.
Exactly.
As an होता है कि आपको आधे marks step के लिए मिल जाएंगे. That cannot happen.
You don't have to write from long time ago.
Right.
There lived the king. You don't have to start from there. It's a 1 mark question. You just have to write
personal experience.
Exactly. ICSE. So you have to
Right,
dig
right.
it. So yeah.
Many of you guys might not know Anup sir is from ICSE.
Yeah. So yeah, I studied I did my schooling in ICSE board. So yeah, over there you have to grind as much as you can. Like write from every look and corner. Put in extra masala.
Right.
Put as much masala as you can. But yeah, nowadays it's changing. So I hope that it.
I had some respect for the ICC students, but now suddenly after knowing he was from ICC. Let's move on to one more happy news for you guys. The happy news is see, this time we saw that in sample paper 3 questions coming for 5 marks. Okay, 3 questions coming 5 marks. But if you notice, even in that 5 mark questions, there will be in total 6 questions. 2 from biology, 2 from chemistry, 2 from physics in internal choices. And you have to attempt out of those 6 only 3 from each particular subject. So that is a very good bait. That's what do you guys think? It's very good thing.
Definitely. So if in case you're not perfect with a particular chapter, you always get that choice to choose whichever you want to go with rather than taking a chance over there because it's your final exams. So you really don't want to lose that 1 mark, 2 mark, which is going to push you towards.
Absolutely. Same thing happening in the case of very short answers, also 1 mark question. You can see 2 questions are in or. So internal choices hai zarur, aapki bahut help karega. So just focus on all the chapters as much as you can. Do not think one chapter has or questions, so I'll leave that chapter out because still we have only discussed 1 mark questions here. We have not discussed kaun se questions, kaun se chapters are in. We have not entered into this particular category which we're going to go into. Chapter-wise mark distribution. So do not plan of think of skipping any chapters.
Yeah, don't take it in the wrong sense.
Right, there are only 4 chapters anyways. So relax. Okay. So now we'll talk about what is the marks coming from each particular chapter, and Anup sir and me will discuss which are those categories from where you can expect 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark, and 5 mark questions from each chapter. Okay. ताकि when you prepare, you have this mindset already that कि भाई अच्छा ये topic पढ़ रहे तो यहाँ में से ना 1 mark ज़्यादा आते हैं. Anup sir अभिषेक ने बोला तो वैसे. ठीक है. So we'll discuss on that. So here is the light chapter coming in.
Alright, so starting with the first chapter, guys, light is, you guys already know about it. It's a very important chapter because it carries a lot of marks. And not just this year, since the change of syllabus, it's been going on for the past forever. Light is a very important chapter. There's no getting around it. So talking about the mark distribution, if you talk about the very short answer type questions, light would have about 2 questions, or you will be getting 2 questions from light. And if you talk about the MCQs, you'll be getting about 4 questions. So that's about 6 marks from light alone. And again, 1 mark question. So you don't have to think, waste your time thinking about it. You can just quickly, in 30 seconds, you can just finish off that question. So in 3 minutes, you could, you can just bag those 6 questions. There's nothing to worry about it. But again, you have to be thorough with the topic. You cannot just, expect to read through just the notes or just whatever is taught in class. It does not work that way. You have to read the textbook. That is very, very important. And talking about colorful world also, you'll be getting 1 question from that, and you guys already know the chapter has been cut short to such an extent that you don't have pretty much 50% of the syllabus is done. So you just have to learn what is scattering, dispersion, and also what are the the phenomenon that is of refraction that happens, the atmospheric refraction. Learn about all of that. That would easily fetch you some marks. Now to talk about electricity, Abhishek sir.
Right, I think before I talk about electricity, I think you also had a point of which topics are from where light in that, what kind of questions you can expect from in 1 mark.
Alright.
So I think we'll discuss that also here.
Let's just ignore me. Alright, anyways, so as I was saying, to talk about what are the topics that you have to focus on in light, learn the ray diagrams. You know that it's very, very important. Learn all the ray diagrams of both mirrors, lenses, know everything, each and everything about it. Know about what are the, how does a ray of light, or what does a ray of light do when it's parallel to the principal axis, and after reflection, what happens to it? When it passes through focus, what happens to it? When it passes through the center of curvature, what happens to it? Learn all of that. That's very, very important. All of those would definitely help you, fetch some marks. Then learn about magnification, or learn about your, the power of the lens, everything. All of these are very, very important, not just for the 1 mark questions, because there'll be problems also based on it. So focus on the, your formulas as well. Don't just focus on your theory part. Practice some questions. That is what is going to help you in your 5 mark questions as well, not just the 1 mark questions. So don't just think that it's only for this. Think about on a larger perspective, because it is not just that your light is restricted to these 6 marks. There are a lot more questions coming from it. So keep that in mind when you're studying this particular chapter. All right. Anyways.
Right. Thank you so much, Anup sir. So light क्या? You hold it. Like hold the mic. Okay.
Exactly. So yeah.
Shukriya. So
please.
Whose hand is this? This is Fleming's left hand rule.
All right. Yes, please.
So the direction of the mic shows the direction of the current and the way the curls are.
This is what happens when you study too much. This is what happens when you study too much. You cannot get over it. Anyways,
let's. Thank you so much for holding the mic. No, sir. Today, let's change the slogan from Jai Shri Harsh to Jai Shri Anu. Amber Matsmi. So let's go.
Okay, no words. Let's go.
Okay, so let's get into the topic of electricity and MACD effects of electric current. It's super easy. Electricity, say, as you can notice, 1 question has come for 1 mark, and MACD effects in total 6 questions have come for the 1 mark answer type. तो ऐसे कौन से सवाल है जो electricity और MACD effects से आ सकते हैं 1 मार्क के लिए? यार सिंपल है, फॉर्मूला एक तो आता है सिंपल क्लियरली भाई, वर्क डन का फॉर्मूला लिखो इलेक्ट्रिक पोटेंशियल में. So all the formula should be in your fingertips. Current का formula, electric potential का formula, potential difference का formula, power का formula, heating effect का formula. पूछ क्या जाएगा आपको कि Joule's law of heating का formula क्या होता है, आपको 4 ऑप्शन देंगे, क्या करोगे? So every formula should be in your fingertips, and electricity being a chapter which has the most number of formulas in your CBSE 10 syllabus, it becomes really important that you remember all the formulas. Super important, है ना? तो इस बात को हमेशा याद रखना. So that is one formula based questions coming from electricity. उसके बाद जनरल डेफिनेशन बेस्ड आपको क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते हैं 1 मार्क के, लेकिन यूनिट्स के डेफिनेशन जरूर आते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल डिफाइन 1 एम्पियर, डिफाइन 1 वोल्ट, डिफाइन 1 जूल, ऐसे सवाल आपको आ जाते हैं जो 1 मार्क्स के और बहुत बार आए हुए हैं. तो मेक श्योर दैट यू रिमेंबर ऑल दोस क्वेश्चंस व्हेन इट कम्स टू 1 मार्क्स सवाल. ठीक है, तो ये हो गया 1 मार्क्स के. और तीसरा जो टाइप का आता है वो आपको बहुत छोटे-छोटे न्यूमेरिकल आ सकते हैं 1 मार्क के. जैसे आपको वर्क डन दे दिया और चार्ज दे दिया, बोला फाइंड आउट वोल्ट. सो ऐसा 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन बिकॉज़ इट्स 1 स्टेप आंसर. Correct. So make sure that you are going through. So if you know the formula, you can do those kind of basic numericals anyhow. So चिंता बिल्कुल मत करो. Then comes to MACD effects. MACD effects is a very crucial chapter when it comes to 1 marks. क्योंकि थोड़ा सा complicated है यहाँ पे. The only way to go through this is to read the chapter very carefully in NCERT. Watch the YouTube session which we have done till now. Then you will not lose any 1 marks at all from that particular chapter. But reading is super important. करेक्ट. आपका इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन में क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, फ्लेमिंग्स लेफ्ट हैंड रूल पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, राइट हैंड रूल पे, मैक्सवेल्स राइट हैंड थंब रूल पे. हैंड रूल्स के सवाल बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट हो जाते हैं क्योंकि वो 1 मार्क्स से आ सकते हैं आपको, या तो 2 मार्क्स से भी आ सकते हैं. सो इट्स सुपर डुपर इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू फोकस ऑन द हैंड रूल्स एंड ऑल द टर्म्स हियर. MACD effects is a chapter which has the most number of terms. For example, all the rules and as well as all the topics. है ना, clockwise rule, right hand thumb rule, all the hand rules, electromagnetic induction, force on a conductor, magnetic field lines. All those nonsense. So it's very important that you focus on those terms and you know very clearly कि वो terms क्या है. वो कैसे होगा? बस read करो chapter को. बस इतना ही. ठीक है. Now moving on to the 2 marks question, and Anup sir will fill you in terms of 2 marks question. What can you expect from light and colorful word? So here's the.
All right. Back to me again. All right. Spotlight. Anyways, so talking about light now again for the 2 mark questions.
Dark spotlight.
Yeah. Ignore. Beep that out. Editor, please beep that out. Anyways, so as I was saying, for light again, for the 2-mark questions, again, the kind of questions that you can expect is again, you can expect questions from your ray diagrams, talking about magnifications or the power of the lens. Any of these questions can be asked. See, this is what happens. This is what.
No use though.
Racism. just kidding. Anyways, so yeah, as I was saying, light again, as I was saying, make sure that you focus on the ray diagrams. It's very, very important. I can't stress enough on understanding and learning the ray diagrams. It's super duper important, guys. And don't get confused, because majority of you guys would, always mix up. Even I, for one, did get mixed up once upon a time when you talk about mirrors and lenses. Someone's laughing over here. So yes, I did get mixed up. There's no, you have to practice. There's no other, shortcut around it. You can't just expect to read it once and expect to, understand it once. And I'm pretty sure that everyone has told you this 1,000 times already. It's just that 1,001 time, that's all. Just add on to that. Anyways, so that's about, like, guys, make sure that you focus on your ray diagrams. Make sure that you focus on the definitions that are given. Some of the few definitions of refraction and magnification and power of the lens. All of these small things that would easily fetch you the 2-mark question, and probably you might even be asked problems based on it as well. So focus on the problems as well. Learn about the sign conventions of mirrors and lenses. Focus on all these small things. That is what is going to get you those 2-mark questions, 2 marks again. Now, again, people, how do you get that? Abhishek sir has told you this so many times already. Read your textbook. There is no other way. There is no shortcut. Let me remind you this. You have to read the textbook. Anyways, so let's talk about, talking about colorful world as well. Colorful world, again, 3 things, guys. Remember this. Scattering of light, dispersion of light, and what are the applications of those atmospheric refraction as well. Just remember these 3 things and you're done. You're good to go. They've removed the entire, I'm telling you, more than 50% of the chapters completely removed the function, the structure of your eye, the function of each and every part. That is all out. Even the defects of eye, all of that is gone. So your life has become so much more easier. I'm pretty sure that your seniors would be regretting it right now because they had to go through all of that. But nonetheless, knowledge is knowledge. So yes, for you guys, in terms of your CBSE syllabus, it's going to be a lot more easier when it comes to colorful world. It's going to be a lot more easier with that. All right, anyways.
Right.
Electricity.
So just adding a point there, 2 marks questions, as he very clearly said, numericals are very important right there. 2 marks and 3 marks is the region where most of the numericals come in. And also talking about one more thing, the sample paper pattern has changed. We have done a video on that already. Now, what's the major change? Long elaborative questions have been taken out. Even if you notice, the 5-mark question only 3. Rest all are chotu. So very beautiful line said by Anup sir is कि you have to focus on that small things today this time, right? बड़े सवालों का जवाब मतलब बड़े सवाल आ ही नहीं रहे आपको. Even the 5 marks question has been divided into 1 mark.
Yes, exactly.
Correct. So वो बड़ों सवाल अभी समझ में आ गया यार कि मतलब बड़े सवाल पढ़ना नहीं है. वो जो 2-3 पेज के जो लंबे पैराग्राफ्स लिखते थे ना, नहीं लिखना है इस बार. हर एक चैप्टर डिवाइडेड है. अभी बस एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, तो बस चैप्टर को रीड करो और मचा डालो. इतना ही है. ठीक है. Now coming to the point of electricity and magnetic effects of the current, I think it's fairly simple कि भाई 2 मार्क्स और 3 मार्क्स से सवाल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से क्या ही आ सकते हैं. बताओ. What can come? Simple as that, numericals. Correct. Major of them is going to be numericals. Now, even if you notice in the sample paper, 2 marks question 1 from electricity and 5 mark question 1 from electricity, and that too divided into 1 mark. Correct. So both of them were numericals, and also one question was there, which was in the 5 mark question, which was divided in 1 mark, was the entire 5 mark question, by the way, was only one of the part of 5 mark question was numerical. Rest all the parts was definition based, or let's all the parts was concept based. So it's very important, and I really like the paper where the paper turns out to be concept as well as certain terms numerical. ये आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग बढ़ाता है ना. तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चैप्टर बहुत ही अच्छा हुआ है. तो अब बस आपको न्यूमेरिकल्स में फोकस करना है. जो 2-2 मार्क 3-3 मार्क के आपको न्यूमेरिकल्स देखते हैं ना, उस पर फोकस करना है और आपको चैप्टर अच्छे से रीड करना है. यू विल बी सॉर्टेड, सो डोंट वरी एट ऑल. कमिंग बैक टू मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स. मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट्स में न्यूमेरिकल है ही नहीं. चैप्टर रीड कर लो तो काफी है. हर एक टर्म हर एक कॉन्सेप्ट को पता है तो काफी है. उसके लिए अगर आपने हमारी सेशन की वीडियो से देख लो ना चैनल पे, काफी हो जाएगा. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't even have to read the paper or read the NCERT textbook, but it would be really great if you read it up. Correct? So please do check out these sessions on the 9th in Hindi and the 9th in English channel. It's going to be really, really important. People who want to understand in Hindi can see the channel, sessions in this channel. People who want to understand in English can sense out, go forward and check out.
The hand that you see over here, yes.
Right?
The hand.
Right, exactly. So many students were requesting, Anup sir.
Yes, what is it? What's the request, people?
Say 2-3 lines in Hindi, no? say 2-3 tips in Hindi, no, Anup sir, please.
2-3 tips.
Spotlight.
Uh,
2-3 tips in
tips.
Hindi. Yeah.
Tips. Hindi baat karne nahi aata. So my tips in Hindi is learn Hindi first. That is a tip to myself. So yeah, my Hindi is really bad. So I have to accept.
Let's make it simpler. Let's make it very simpler.
Yeah.
Just translate the word tip in Hindi. Tip.
परीक्षा के
परीक्षा के what is परीक्षा?
परीक्षा is exam.
Exams. Oh, great. Oh, परीक्षा के
नमूने.
Did you say namune?
I have no idea what that is, but yeah, it's very close to what I was about to say.
Okay. Leave tips. Tricks in Hindi.
Tricks. Tricks is very simple, no?
Yeah, it's
Jadoo.
That's magic.
It's very close by synonyms. So,
Strategies in Hindi.
strategies. I know this.
You know
I
this.
definitely know
Can
this.
do this. This is like international Shabdakoj of closer with Hindi itself. Strategy.
Strategy is this thing now. This thing.
It's the tip of my tongue. It's the tip of my tongue.
It's the tip of my tongue. Oh, I swallowed it now. I don't know.
Let us know what is tips, tricks, and strategies in Hindi. Anup sir will check it out in the comments. Hai na?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. There's nothing else
Oh
we
my
can do.
god. This is beautiful. Let's move on to the 5 marks question, which basically came from the electricity in my defense chapter.
Namune, my god. Anyways.
Now it was interesting. So yeah, 5 marks question came from electricity and magnetism. As I already said, it's pretty easy. There was no certain numericals actions there, but 1 या 2 numericals थे और उसके बाद की सारी चीज concept based है. So again, repeating and emphasizing on the same terms, read the chapter. Many students ask us, sir, what should be the right way to study? Read the NCERT always, understand the concept from it, do the intakes and exercise questions, then move to NCERT exemplar, then solve previous year questions. That's what we have been always saying, so that's what we are going to still continue saying. And watch the videos if in case you don't want to read the paper, because we make sure that we take up every term here in the videos. Correct. Now let's move on to the next part, which is this. So I can Anup sir can also come in the screen now. So it's very simple. We analyze the entire thing and we realize ki expected important questions from natural phenomena part of the unit, which is the light and the colorful world unit, is somewhere about 12 to 13 marks. And when it comes to electricity and magnetism, it's actually 14 to 15 marks, which is, I think, that should be the thing happening. Even before, light chapter contained 8 marks and 5 marks was coming from colorful world part. Same happened in electricity also, but I can see after the syllabus reduction, there has been a shift inclination towards the marks into the effects of electric current wala unit. Kyun? Because colorful world mein the entire human eye has been taken out.
Yes.
So of course that marks will be reduced then. So makes sense. So you know which chapters or which unit is to focus on more. Correct? Yes. You absolutely know. But there is not much difference as such. Light electricity still remains as the most important chapters, followed by magnetic effects, followed by colorful world.
Yes.
Now you have to divide the chapters and the units in this terms ki kahan pe aapka maximum effort जा रहा है और kahan पे maximum score हो रहा है. So light and electricity chapter, both the chapters are maximum effort and maximum scoring. Colorful world is the part which is low effort and still medium amount of scoring.
Exactly.
Magnetic effect chapter is again low effort or medium effort, I would say, because concepts are there.
Exactly.
But good scoring are happening there. So it's very important that you prioritize what you need to study. And if you are really good at the high effort and high scoring part, then you're good to go.
Exactly.
बाकी आपको सिर्फ read करना है. ठीक है?
Just to add on.
Yeah, please go ahead.
For all the people who hate math, high five. For you, magnetic effect of electric current and colorful world is going to be like a cakewalk.
Yeah.
So enjoy that chapter.
Right.
Absolutely. Absorb it.
Take it in.
That's all. Take it in. Exactly. Swallow it. It's like Amrit. Take it in. Take it in. That's all I was saying.
Again, it's like
Amrit.
Raj. Say it again.
Alright. Anyways, please ignore my Abhishek sir. It's alright. Anyways.
Okay. So, Anup sir.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
So, you want to say some final namune and jadoo to students?
Yes.
Thank you. For that, for people who are not there in the video till now, it is tips and tricks, according to him.
Yeah. Alright. Just don't throw rotten eggs and rotten tomatoes. That is not accepted.
He's really good at motivation. He's really good at motivation.
I'm already very motivated. You can see the motivation like coming out. Exactly, sweating out. That's motivation coming out. Anyways, so to tell you some tips and tricks. So this is what I did when I was in my 10th grade. First of all, guys, my 10th grade, let me just give you a background. I missed out a lot of my classes because I broke my hand during that time. So for me, keeping with the topic was very hard. So I'm pretty sure that because the reason why I'm telling this is because if you're COVID-19, majority of the classes have been skipped out. I'm pretty sure that majority of the schools are still not open. So, you have very limited time to cover up a lot of topics because your class is going on online and majority of you guys are, you're still getting used to this new way of teaching. So I understand you, I feel you guys. So what I expect you guys to do, or what I would suggest you people to do is very simple, guys. Read your textbook. No, there's no getting around it, but make your own notes. That is what helped me when I was doing my 10th grade. Make your own notes. Whatever you study, let's say you study one paragraph of, let's say, refraction. Make a short note on that, because that is when you go to your final exam, you don't have to read through your entire textbook and waste 2 or 3 hours. At that point, you just go through the textbook, go through your notes. That'll give you an idea of what you had read in those past couple of months, and more importantly, revise everything that you study. So let's say you're studying a new concept in the past, like 7 days a week, or no, 6 days a week. You have studied new concepts every day. On Sunday, take a little break. Solve your exemplar questions, solve some sample paper questions, and also go through your notes as well. And keep doing it every week, because see guys, it's very important, because your brain, we are not we are not all supercomputers. We don't have like 2 TB, 3 TB memory to remember every nook and corner. We all make mistakes, we all tend to forget things. So it's important to keep revising yourself, keep reminding it. It's like this. I'll just ask you a simple question. For example, if I ask you what is the color of your toothbrush, you might take a second, but you'll still be able to remember it. The reason is because it's not that you wanted to remember it, but because you're looking at it every single day, you know what the color is. So it's as simple as that. When you keep looking at it again and again, you have something called as pictographic memory. So even if you end up forgetting a formula, this would have happened to you also. You forget a formula, but then because of the thing, you've seen it so many different times that your brain will automatically fill up that gap. Whatever is that filling, whatever is that missing, symbol or whatever that is missing unit, whatever it is, it'll try to fill it up all by itself. So that is what I expect you guys to do. Make sure that you read your textbook as many number of times, and more importantly, make your own notes, and that is definitely going to help you out. Let me know if that trick works for you, because for me personally, I found it really, really helpful. I think that Abhishek sir would give more tips because he was a padaku. I think that's the right word, no? I'm pretty sure. It was. I was going to padaku. He is the definition of padaku.
I was never a padaku, you know that.
He's the definition of it.
We're more into dance, you know that.
Yeah, but still, he's the definition of padaku. Just remember that. Anyways.
But I really love the fact. I didn't expect that much done. No?
Things sometimes, wonderful things can happen for wonderful people.
Sorry?
When you are wonderful like me,
sorry?
Wonderful things come out.
Can't hear you.
Okay. You guys remind me.
Okay, but yeah, fantastic. I'm really, really amazed to see such motivation coming out from you. High five. Sukriya. Come in this.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I, say every time to my students. That is, whenever someone comes and tells you that you cannot do it, even if it's your parents or it's your very favorite relatives, mama, mami, chacha, chachi,
or someone special,
yes. Or your friends come and tell you something, or you yourself sometimes tell you that you cannot do it, what would you say?
I can and I will.
Watch me. That's what you say, right? You just put a smile on your face, look in their eyes, or look yourself in the mirror and say that you can and you will. Watch me. And you have to put the same thing in the comment section and let us know which was your favorite part of today's session, the topic or Anup sir. Let us know.
And please ignore my Namuni.
Please do not. That's gonna become a trending thing.
That is the one thing I want you guys to forget forever.
No.
Never ever remember.
No. I'm gonna continue that from now on in my sessions. So people, we are going to change the thumbnails. Can you change the thumbnail of this particular video from CBSE 10 2020? Namunes and Jadoo. Instead of tips and tricks.
Decent.
What was strategy? Strategy was blank, no? There was no...
Strategy was blank.
So, Namunes, Jadoo, blank. you fill in the blanks.
Okay, yeah. Fill it up with whatever you feel is right.
Right.
Except for any kind of words that would describe Abhishek sir.
It's a favorite for Anup sir.
Anyways, I really
Bye, people. Take care. Thank you so much. This was an amazing session. I hope hit the like button if in case you enjoyed it. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you put down in the comments how much you love this session and whether this session helped you apart from making you feel a bit light. So I will, and just in case you're wondering, yeah, he's at my home, and he has shown me a certificate that is COVID.
Corona negative. I have negative.
I'm also negative, so don't worry. We are in safe
hands.
hands.
I did sanitize my hands before I gave my high five as well, so don't worry. So yes, everything is, we are taking all precautions.
Right. Do not put anything of that sort in the comments.
Yeah.
So चिंता मत करो हम लोग हैं यहाँ. ठीक है चलो. Bye bye. Take care. Enjoy.
See you guys.
Bye bye.